Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Silver Violet Flame, and today we're going to be doing a pick a pile on what lessons your soul is bringing forward, and we're going to be looking into past lives. We're going to be looking at your gifts that you are bringing in. We're going to be looking into how you have accessed your gifts, how you can recognize how you actually process your emotions and what they refer to. We're going to be using 6 decks, and I'll introduce you to the decks as we go through. This is a prelude to a multi-dimensional soul reading offering, which I will be putting on the website within the next week or two. It's something that I have been receiving some downloads on, and I just wanted to give you a bit of a feel on what it's about, how I will be accessing the information, plus new ways that it will be resonating with me as I do more of these before I actually put it on the website. So I have been pulling these for myself. It has been very validating for me to see the cards that are coming through and the order in which they're coming through. So hopefully it will do the same for you. So just tune into your soul for a wee minute and ask your soul for what number to choose, number between 1 and 3, and we will begin. You can either pause the video. I will put the timestamps below. So let's begin. So for pile 1, we're going to pick from the Forest Fae. So this is a lovely little deck, and it's about all the little elemental beings that are in and around us, and they have lots of information, lots of valuable information about our past lives, about energy, about how we move through our feelings. So we're going to have 2 of these little forest fays. And this is how your soul speaks to you, is what you're going to be getting from this little deck. So let's see what comes through. We have, let's put it there for you to see, the Mandragora Mother, and she finds the secrets hidden in the brambles. Okay, the next one. The Forest Walker, keep courage and be gentle. Bottom of the deck, we have the Griffin, be brave and fly above the clouds. So pile 1, bravery is something that's really resonant with you and your soul. You find the secrets in what's behind the bravery, why you feel you always have to be brave, why you feel you have to put so much courage into what you do. So that's giving us some insight into how you're actually moving through your emotions. And with the Griffin being at the bottom of the deck, we're tuning into how you're actually soaring through the bravery and actually accessing that place of peace, which is the clouds, because it says be brave and fly above the clouds. So it's as if you're being so brave and feeling I have to really push myself out of my comfort zone. Pile 1, it's like you're having to strive to be perfect, strive to be something better than what you perceive yourself to be, is what I'm getting with that. So let's move on to the next deck, which is the Sacred Whispers. So I'm going to pull 2 from this for you. And this is, how have I become, and what am I becoming? So these are cards about becoming. So they give you some insight into your soul and how your soul has been speaking to you. Okay, so let's see what you've got, pile 1. Your inner critic. So perhaps you're very critical of yourself. Again, that ties in with what did I say before? Perfectionism. Let's get the next card, see what it is. That one turned over. Cognitive dissonance. So that's internal confusion or conflict. So again, that ties in with the inner critic. So again, perfectionism is what I'm feeling for you, pile one. Don't want to overcomplicate these too much. I'm going to stick with that. And I feel like you are always, a lot of the time, if not always, in an energy of feeling unsure of yourself, but at the same time, setting yourself really high standards, sometimes unachievable standards, but that is how you gain your self-worth. The next deck I'm going to be using is the Mermaid deck. So let's see what we've got for you from the Mermaid deck. I'm going to get 2 cards from this. Let's see what comes out for you, pile one. So this is move. Barnacles only grow on a docked ship. So perhaps that ties in with perfectionism again, I feel, because when you're trying to be perfect all the time, you give yourself very little leeway to move. Isn't that true? And the bottom of the deck is voyage, set sail on a new course. So your soul is always speaking to you and saying, come on, take another trip, take another pathway, open your mind up, come out of this perfectionism that your soul has been teaching you for so long, that has been giving you that sense of you're not good enough. I have to always be critical of myself, and it's just conflicting all the time. Your vision for the future, and this is saying to you, come on, we know you can do this, and we want you to move out of this and take that wee trip. It's a journey of the soul. Okay. Let's move on to the next deck. So the next deck is the Whispers. So this little deck is going to show you how you are actually learning. What is it that you've actually been learning your shadow through? The experiences of your shadow, those things that make you feel uncomfortable. So the first one come out for you, death. Maybe a lot of you have had many deaths in your life that you've had to overcome. And the death card always means transformation in tarot. But I'm going to take it as both things for you, pile one, because I feel some of you will relate more to experiencing a lot of death in your life. And for some of you, that means having to go through a lot of changes. So it actually does amount to the same thing. And I'm going to get another one for you, pile one, about this cover up. So I feel like this is hiding your feelings about changing, hiding your feelings about actually talking about what has made you sad. And again, I keep bringing back to the perfectionism. It's like not allowing yourself to be vulnerable. If you're covering up your feelings, you're masking all the time. So if you're pretending to be someone who's perfect at something and perhaps get into comparisons with other people, you're not showing your true authentic self. So that's what I'm getting from those two. And that's the things, that's how you're learning. That's how your soul is learning. It's learning how to be authentic. It's learning how to understand that it is through being vulnerable that you're going to attract your tribe. You're going to resonate with people. People are more inclined to resonate with you if you're being authentic. But if you're fighting any kind of change or moving in to taking a new path. Again, going back to those two cards, it's not going to bring you into alignment with your soul's growth. So let's go on to the next deck. The next deck is the past life deck. So this is going to be the lives that are teaching you in this lifetime what is clearing, what is actually, what the lessons are in this lifetime and the lives in the past that they're coming from. Okay, so let's see what comes out. That one's male, female. So that is Edward. I always think that's Edward and Mrs. Simpson. There must be a reason why I'm thinking that. If any of you resonate with the royal family, for some reason, that's what I'm getting with that. So that's the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And for some of you, it might be a gender thing. Sometimes this card comes out if you are struggling with your gender, with your the body that you're in. Perhaps you feel more feminine. Also, you may feel more masculine. Perhaps there needs to be a balance between the two. What's the next life, please? What's the next life? That one's the mother. Fell to the floor, wants to make a statement. So past lives as a mother. So for you, pile one, I feel these two lifetimes are what you're actually learning with. So you're learning very much through relationships, pile one. You're learning through actually how your relationships are teaching you how to navigate your soul's growth and how you can understand that you're a mirror to every person that you meet. What else are you giving me about these cards, Spirit? Just give me a wee second. Family ties. They're telling me family ties. I'm feeling a strong pull on the left-hand side, which is the female side. I feel a lot of you may have a mother wound that you learn through. Some of you are, maybe you don't have the best relationship with your mother, or it's just a relationship that's challenging and you're learning so many lessons through that. And the reason why you're learning the lessons through the mother wound is so that you can navigate through your relationships with going down the line with your children, your children's children, so you can break the chain of the ancestors where there has been some kind of abuse. It doesn't have to be physical, mental, emotional, anything at all. Something that has caused a lot of pain, a lot of wounding, and you're learning through this relationship with your mother and with the opposite sex how to make those changes and how to transform the way forward through your soul. So I hope that makes sense. The next one is Archangel Metatron. I wanted to pick a card from Archangel Metatron's deck to show you how moving through these processes of your soul and how your soul speaks to you is giving you the lesson of what you're learning. So let's see what the lesson is. What am I learning? What is my pile one learning? What is my pile one learning? New dawn, welcome back. Pile one, you're learning. You're learning. You're just stepping into your awakening. You have actually completed a cycle, and you can see it's a number 10 there. So the number 10 is the end of the cycle. So Spirit are welcoming you back into very strong connection with your soul. This is an awakening for you. If you're watching this reading, you will absolutely resonate with this, because look at that move, voyage. Everything is movement. It's all about movement. It's like flying above the clouds, being courageous about it, um, finding the secrets of what's hidden, moving through the perfectionism and transformation. Everything here is screaming at you: transformation, awareness, awakening. You've been covering up for so long. You haven't actually connected with your soul on such a deep level until now. And you're saying to yourself, what's going on with me and what's next? So the next card for you, pile one, and for everybody, when I go through each one, pile two and pile three is the final card. And this is a very special deck that Spirit told me to purchase. And this card, it's just going to be one card, and it's going to be the validation of what we've been talking about. So please, can you give me the validation, please, what we've been talking about for my pile one, so that they can fully embrace the shifts that listening to this reading is giving them. Because please understand that when you resonate with something deeply on a soul level, we're talking about your soul, you're going to feel like a pull, a Haka cord pull, and it's going to be just feel like, wow, I feel like this is me. I feel like Debs is talking about me here, and you're going to feel that resonance, and that causes an activation within you, and Spirit is cheering you on, and they're saying, yes, you're validating that. Say it out loud and say, yeah, I'm ready. So please, could I have one card to validate for my pile one? 1, 2, 3. The King of Cups. How apt is that? Stepping fully into your power and your passion and your purpose. That's what the King of Cups does. He knows what he wants. He's come through all of this. He sits very comfortably between the land and the sea. He's very comfortable with his emotions. He has looked at himself and he's covered himself up. He's a great pretender in transformation, and he's ready. Look at the way he's sitting there. He's just ready to do it all. And he's at peace with himself, and he just knows that the best is yet to come. So that's just beautiful. Pile one, very happy for you. So I'm going to move on to pile two and see what we've got for pile two. Okay, pile two, let's begin. Now, so the first card for pile two is coming from my little Forest Fae deck. So this is, how does my soul speak to me? How does my soul speak to me? What have we got? We've got the 3 coming out straight away. See with eyes and heart wide open, the fringe dweller. Seek inspiration in twilight wanderings. So that would be, you get a lot in your dreams, pile 2. And this is, you're very open, the fringe dweller. See with your eyes and heart wide open. You're a very open person. You're very compassionate, and there's no skepticism with you at all. And you're very heart-based. And the third one, the green man, embrace your wildness. So there may be a wee streak in you that wants to rebel, and who knows that there's something that your soul is calling for you to do. I feel like you're also very connected to nature, pile two, and that being connected to nature is something that's going to help you develop your soul. Is what they're giving me. Okay. So the second one we're going to use for you, pile two, is the mermaid deck. So this is just giving us 2 words to speak from your soul. Okay. What have you got from my pile two, please, mermaid deck? Making a point, dropping down onto the floor. Communicate. Okay, pile two, communicate. And the second one, things left unsaid will never reach the shore. Communication is key for you, your soul is saying. And the next one, please. They're emphasizing the importance of the communication for you. That's why any cards that drop to the floor, you're making a point with them. Turbulence, the mind is murky in rough waters. I feel, pile two, that you take action when your mind isn't clear, that you can be quite impulsive. That's why we're getting the embrace your wildness card and seeking inspiration in the twilight wanderings. So with this, I feel they're saying to you, maybe take more time and do some more inner work before actually communicating what it is that you want to say and what you feel your soul is guiding you to. That when your mind is murky and there's a lot going on and you start to communicate with people, that's the way your soul is teaching you. It's teaching you, maybe don't speak when you're in anger. Maybe you don't speak when you haven't thought a thing through. And maybe even as simple as maybe you don't offer to do something until you've actually thought it through. And I feel like maybe you act on impulse and you maybe offer to do things and help people. And then at the end of the day, you're going, why did I say that? And this is how your soul speaks to you. So it's telling you just to slow down a wee bit. You've got such a big heart. Your eyes are wide open. You can see clearly into people's souls, I feel, is your gift. And with the seek inspiration in twilight wanderings, they want you to listen to your dreams. Okay. So the next one is the Whispers of the Unsolved. We're going to get one. This is only half the deck. And this is about how have you become yourself and what are you becoming? These are the lessons that your soul have gone through. These are the hardships, okay, and how you actually learn from your soul. All this information was downloaded to me to put into an offering through my website. So that's why I want to do these for you, just to help you see what resonates with you. But if everybody wants to understand themselves, and what better to understand yourself from than a soul level? So show me a card, please, for how to. First card, please, how they learn. Celebrity. So the celebrity card is about being seen. Perhaps you like being on social media. Perhaps maybe you're life and soul of the party. These cards all tie in because I feel like this is the way you communicate. You're quite an outgoing person with the, heart wide open. And so, I mean, we've even got the wildness card. So I feel like you're a big personality, pile two. Okay, so that's how you're learning. That's how your soul is teaching you, by being that way. Okay, and the next one. The next Whispers card of how they're learning. Lies. Okay. What's coming to me immediately? I feel like you can see through people's lives, is what they're giving me. Because the celebrity card is all about being seen. And I feel like if you're someone who is very sociable and someone who's um, not an introvert, you're more of an extrovert, you're going to come across people who are you're mirroring that to people, right? So you're going to come across people who are, you might say, oh, they're full of it, like they're, oh yeah, I mean, if you believe that, you believe anything. That's what I'm getting, and I feel like that's how you're learning about your wisdom. You're learning, this is what gives you your wisdom, because I feel like you've got a lot of truth tells that you just know you've got that compass, that inner compass that just calls out those people who aren't authentic. So that's what we're getting for your how you learn, how you actually learn through your soul, how you learn through the negativity, how you learn through what's dangerous. Because I'm just looking at the bottom of this pile because I felt I needed another card to go with that. I'm gonna have danger. So it's like you're able to highlight what relationships are dangerous and what relationships are good for you. Um, yeah, makes a lot of sense. Okay, the next deck we're looking at is the past lives deck for you, pile 2. Let me know if you're enjoying this. I certainly am. It's very insightful. I love how the cards all just tie in with each other. Okay, so what have we got? What past lives are my pile 2 learning from? What is it that they are clearing in this lifetime? High priest or priestess. Okay, so you've got a lot of wisdom. What did I say? I said that you had a lot of wisdom, and the cards that I pulled earlier on. So this is what you're going back and bringing back your soul wisdom. For some of you, it will be like a leadership role. Um, you may be very talented in some area, and that's coming through like through singing or writing or a talent, like a talent that's very in your face. And for those of you who are on a spiritual path, this is wisdom. This journey of your soul has been bringing you more in connection with lifetimes where perhaps you were in Atlantis or Egypt, very powerful lifetimes in the past that the wisdom is coming through now. Let's get the next card for you for another past life that this lifetime is giving you the lessons from. Wisdom, there we are. You can't make it up, guys. Wisdom, you're bringing in a lot of wisdom and a lot of magic as well with that unicorn card, because I feel like your energy is very light, and I feel like your energy is very quite young as well. You don't even have to be young, but I feel like your energy is young, and what you're bringing to the table is all this information, and it's going to really appeal to young people. Okay, and it could be, what I'm getting again is your your children, coming through your children as well. So I feel like because you're like this, because you're quite, lively and extrovert, your children are really learning, and you're able to bring these gifts through to encourage them and help them remember their soul's purpose. That's what they're giving me. Okay. So next card is Metatron. So Archangel Metatron, tell us what the lessons are that my pile 2 have learned. What is it that they're actually learning through their soul in this lifetime? Help them understand, please, Archangel Metatron, what it is that they're actually learning. It's going to resonate with them at this time. There you go. Akashic Records. This is again tied in with the High Priestess and the Wisdom. For those of you who don't know what the Akashic Records is, This is the library of your soul. That book is full of you and all your lives that you have had and all the great wisdom that you can bring into this lifetime. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm loving this. Okay. Thank you, Archangel Metatron. So the next one is sacred woundings. Okay. So this is telling us what you're shifting, what it is you're shifting, what it is you've shifted, actually. They're saying to me what it is you've shifted thus far in your life. What have you shifted? So you can celebrate yourself and activate yourself and say, right, let's celebrate me. I know I've done that work. This really resonates with me. It resonates with my soul. I understand my soul. And that really gives you a big leap. It's like a timeline shift, they're telling me. Okay. Gossip and slander. So you have gone through periods of time, perhaps you were bullied in school, people were talking behind your back. This makes you feel very insecure and feel like you're being misunderstood all the time. And it leads you to be quite, feeling quite that it's challenging to make connections. But they're telling you that your soul has actually worked through that now. I feel like you've really made a massive shift here, pile two. Let's get the woundings card that goes with it that you have moved through. So what have you moved through? It goes along. Neglecting yourself. I feel like you've moved into self-love and you've understood the importance of self-love. So perhaps you felt unworthy in the past and you've had to actually look at why you were feeling unworthy. I feel like you've been doing a wee bit of work on yourself, if not a lot of work on yourself, because this is huge. When you move into self-love, that is a huge shift. So I love that. I just absolutely love that for you, pile two. So let's see the next one. So this is what will you be experiencing, or actually what is the validation? Show us the validation of everything that we have been told. So what you will be experiencing soon, I want to remind you of before I move on to the one card that validates the whole reading, is what these two wounds are bringing you. So what you get from those two, from moving through a lack of self-love and people criticizing you, feeling that you're misunderstood, what you're moving into from that is a huge timeline jump, is what they're telling me. Just getting some information for you. You are stepping into a lifetime that is something that has been predestined from your blueprint. They're saying that what this has done for you, going through, what feels like bullying and people being very critical of you because you're like more of an extrovert, what it has given you is the wisdom to actually understand the importance of your own connection with your higher self, and how your higher self is when you actually sit down and be silent. They're telling me that you have been connecting with the part of your soul that understands the importance of that. And that's why you understand about projection, that all of the gossip and the slander and that has caused you to neglect yourself in the past has been simply projection. And that's a huge lesson that has caused you to move into this timeline jump. So you're moving into another stage of your soul's growth. So we're going to get the validation of that now through my lovely galactic deck. And let's see what they've got for you. So for pile 2, please tell me what card validates their reading, please. This is a tarot deck. 1. I just want one card. 2, 3. That's too many because we just want one card. We just want one card. 1, 2, 3. The King of Discs. Wonderful. So the King of Discs is the King of Pentacles. So he is feeling very secure within himself. He's a powerful leader and he doesn't have to work very hard because he has already done the work. You see him sitting on his throne here, sitting back and just waiting to be what they're giving me is waiting to be served. You know, it's like, I've earned this. I'm sitting on my throne. I've done the work. I have actually worked through these past lives now. I have gained the wisdom and now I can sit and reap the rewards. So you're moving into abundance. So the King of Discs, he's about abundance. He's on top of his game. You're moving into a lot of abundance. You're going to be seeing that coming in a lot in 2025. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Swords in reverse, so that's recovery. So if you have been feeling that you haven't been really able to embrace your abundance, that's what you're moving into, pile 2. Great news for you, pile 2. Happy for you. Let's move on now to the final pile. And that is pile 3. Who do we comment down below for me, guys? If you like the readings and give me a wee bit of feedback. I would love that. Please like as well and share if you feel inclined. Okay, first cards for my pile 3. We have the Forest Fae deck. How my soul speaks to me. How does your soul speak to you, pile 3? Show me, pile 3. Show me how their soul speaks to them. That's the first one. We have got the Troll Fae. Follow the secret signs as treasures can be found where you least expect them. Cute little cards, aren't they? Okay, what's the next card? This one flipped over. The Owl Song. Whisper secrets to the moonlight. Find strength in stillness. On the bottom of the deck, the Gatekeeper. Let go. All things are possible on the borderlands. Let me just study those for you, pile 3. So you're very wise. Your soul speaks to you through your knowledge, through how you access knowledge, how you love to, anything you study, you love it to be something that you're going to use. You don't really resonate with studying if it's not going to actually give you something at the end of it, is what they're giving me. And with this, you know, all things are possible on the borderlands. They want you to let go of limiting yourself in that respect. They want you to open up to new ideas. Follow the signs. They're going to give you signs as treasures can be found where you least expect them. So look out for signs. You may be getting a lot of signs, but you will be getting more. So that's what we've got for the Forest Fae. The next one is the Mermaids. So these are the one-word deck. So give me 2 cards, please, from the Mermaid deck for my pile 3. from their soul to help them understand how their soul speaks to them. Lovely and clean. There's your two come out. Optimism. After each rainstorm, there will be clear skies. And the next one. Patience. The tide will come in when it's ready. So perhaps you're not the most patient of people. They're telling you to be optimistic. And I feel like things do take a wee bit of time. I know that resonates with me a lot. I seem to always in the past had to wait a long time for things to actually come together in my life. And I'm feeling this for you, pile 3. But what they're telling me here is your soul is telling you keep the optimism up, because don't fall into that the way old thinking would have kept you there. The way I just said, in the past, I'm talking about it as, yes, I am understanding that is in the past and it's not the present. The way things came to me, I always had to wait a long time. No, cancel, clear, delete. They're saying cancel, clear, delete. Just say that to yourself all the time, that's all finished now. Your soul is speaking to you, and they want you to keep understanding that it is through the stillness, thinking about the little things in the past and getting into meditation, that your soul speaks to you. And allow your soul to speak to you in meditation, and just allow the thoughts to come in and go out, and come in and go out. Don't be thinking that you're not allowed to think thoughts, is what they're giving me in your meditation, because it's the little thoughts that are coming in that are the signs. They want you to remember, even take just a pen and piece of paper and write down the little thoughts that are coming in, because that's how your soul is speaking to you, and that's what's going to bring you forward to the next thing. So the next deck we have is the Whispers. So that's how you have become who you are at the minute and what you are becoming. And this is like your shadow. So we're going to get 2 cards, one from this little pile and then the other half of the deck, because this is just half the deck. Let's see the way they come out. Well, we got the 2 from this one. So travel and debt. So maybe you have been in a time where maybe in a lot of your life that you've just been struggling with money, and you've had to go through a lot of challenge in regards to abundance. I feel like your soul has taught you a lot through that, and that has helped you become more in flow with what's coming to you. It's like the patience thing, you don't have to wait anymore. The movement is here. The movement is here. You are learning through moving through the debt. That's over now. Okay. They're telling you that that's over now, and that you are stepping in to more of a expansion. They want me to pick another one for you. Usually only get 2 of these, but they want me. You must need another one just to help you understand fully. Family. Okay, that makes sense. So pile 3, perhaps I feel like this has been something on an ancestral level. Perhaps you were told we don't have much money, our family isn't like that, money doesn't grow on trees. I feel like that's something that you've maybe carried through. There's a movement card, and you've carried it through into your family. Well, this is what has enabled you to come out of that and go, right, what's next? I understand that that's not the truth. I want more for myself. I want to travel. I want expansion. I want more for my family. And I'm going to do my darndest best. So that's how your soul has been teaching you. 3 challenges, the 3 challenges of money and debt, and going, right, I'm not going to be there again. I've learned that lesson. Okay, so the next one that we're going to be using is the past life deck. Let's see what they've got for you. We're going to have 2 of these. So what past lives is my pile 3 learning from? First one is spouse. So you're learning through your relationship with your significant other. Okay, you're learning the lessons of give and take, the lessons of the importance of the dynamic of being in a relationship, boundaries, self-love, all those important things that we learn through a relationship, how to have an even give and take, and that ties in with money as well. I feel move that up a wee bit more so you can see it. Spouse. Okay, what's the next life that my pile 3 have been learning through their soul and to bring into this lifetime? There it is. Imprisonment, slavery. So you've had it pretty rough, pile 3. The past life that is teaching you this lifetime is, I feel like there's a lot of poverty, and that ties in with the debt again, because if you're inclined to, in the past feel like you're accumulating debt and you're never getting on top of things, that's because this lifetime here has been bleeding through into this life to teach you that it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to be imprisoned by poverty. They're teaching you through that. They're teaching you how to move through it. They're teaching you how through relationships you can change that, how you can attract people into your life who are going to have a beneficial influence on you in regards to eliminating your debt, is what they're giving me. And also self-imprisonment of the mind is what I'm getting, because I feel like a lot of you have been indoctrinated with all this stuff from, parents and grandparents about the importance of, managing your money and holding on to your money, and don't overspend, don't go into higher purchase, don't get credit cards and all stuff like that. No, they want you to come out of the fear of that, because in your past you have had enough of that, and this is a lifetime for you to change it. Okay, so the next set of cards are the Galactic deck. No, Archangel Metatron. So Archangel Metatron, he tells you right now what it is that you are learning. What it is that you are learning. What is your soul learning, teaching you at the minute? Emotional well-being. So your soul, that's green, that's a card of healing. It's teaching you how to handle your emotions. It's teaching you how to process your stuff. It's teaching you how to understand your soul and how your soul works. It's teaching you that there's so many facets to you. We have the owl here. There's a lot of wisdom with you, and they want you to let go of the limitations that they're putting on to yourself, and not to be afraid of your emotions is what they're giving me as well. Because the sword is at the bottom of the deck here, and that's Warrior of Light, and that's breaking through the past. You have actually made a huge transition, because this is a card of silver. This is a card of protection. They're supporting you, and you're a warrior of light here. You have come through so much. Like, you're under the water and you're putting your hand up with a sword, and you're saying, right, I can do this. I've transformed this. I've transformed this for me, for my children down the family line, and for my children's children. So that's lovely. Let me see now. So the next card is from my Galactic deck, and this is validation of all of the cards. This is showing us what it is that you are actually embracing at the minute, and what your soul has taught you, where you're at the minute, what you've worked through, where you are now. One tarot card to show my pile 3 what it is they're actually in the energy of now, what they're embracing, what their soul has taught them thus far. 1, 2, 3, and there it is. Four of Swords in reverse. So the Four of Swords in reverse is coming out of a time of healing, coming out of a time of not really doing anything and feeling like, yeah, I'm ready, I'm well rested. I've earned this rest and I'm ready to move forward and do what I can. Because in the past, you just felt that you couldn't do it. Ace of Wands in reverse. Let me just tune in a bit more to this Four of Swords in reverse. I feel this is pretty huge for you, pile three, because the Four of Swords in reverse, it's where you were feeling quite trapped, and the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is about heartbreak. I feel like you've actually spiraled out of that, and you've just said, right, bring on the changes, because I'm ready and I've worked through these emotions, and I know there's so many more facets to my soul than what I perceive them to be. Going back to this card here, um, whisper secrets to the moonlight, find strength and stillness. So I feel like you have been still, you've been so still, and that's how your soul communicates with you. You've been in a time of recovery and you're coming out of that now and you're ready for the next thing. Um, they want me to give you another one to show you what the next thing is, because they want you to be excited, pile three, about what's coming next. Feel that they're very proud of you. They're proud of the work that you've done, because they know that you've been so patient and holding on to that hope is what they're giving me, and being optimistic after each rainstorm. You've kept the positivity. So they want me to give you another card, pile three, to show you what's coming. That's lovely. One, two. What's coming? Wow, balance, peace, temperance. That's really harmonic resonance with your soul. That's a beautiful card to get about the soul. The temperance card is peace. You are going to be going into such a peaceful place. Look what it's the bottom of the deck for you. The Ten of Cups. Happy life, happy family, happy home. That's like the dream. It's a card of the dream. These are cards of bliss and happiness, and no more feeling that you have to, strive. I feel like you've been living in survival mode, pile three, trying to keep your head above water, in regards to your money. That's all over. Emotional well-being is there for you. That completely validates. And you've been patient. Temperance is a card of patience as well, letting you know that this is paying off. Wow. Congrats, pile three. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, put a little comment below for me. I would appreciate that. My offering for the soul reading offerings, which I'll be putting on, it's a multi-dimensional soul reading, and it goes in a lot deeper than this. I get channeled information, and I give you a lot of detail, and more of like a blueprint of your soul. This is more like how your soul has led you, these readings, how your soul, to help you understand how your soul has led you and how it communicates with you, and what past lives you've been healing and what bleed throughs have come through. The actual soul reading, the multi-dimensional reading, will be more of the energies that are coming through now with the new earth energy, and how you can bring them in. So I'll be guiding you as how you can actually work with the multi-dimensional energies, and how your soul wants you to actually move through them to bring them in. So it'll be giving you a lot of information as to what's happening now to help you understand what's happening now. A lot of you will be going through, like, if it's not your first awakening, it'll be your second or your third. Um, and it's just really to guide you there so that you can understand how your soul is communicating with you and how the multidimensional healing, which I will be giving you, brings it in. So when I actually speak to you, you'll be getting activations. It'll be through the sound of my voice, is what they tell me, and it will also be through a some kind of tool. I feel like it will be through some symbols that they'll give me when I actually work with you. So it's all very interesting stuff, and I'm very excited to offer it. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.